Hello, Lori here. Today I'm going to show you how to use Scrappin' with Liz's Big Pieced Alpha Templates. And while I'm going to show you in Artisan 5, it is relatively similar, just a few differences in Artisan 4. You can certainly do it either way. When you open the .ping folders, you will have the A's and the B's and all the other letters kind of all together in the ping folders. You don't get a separate folder for every single letter, and that's perfectly fine. And I do want to show you, I saved the TIFF files too, because if you open the TIFF files, you can see how these go together. So I'm going to just pick a letter to begin with. I'll use the C since it's only got a couple of pieces. I'm actually going to grab this TIFF file and pull it over onto my page. It will be really big, so I'm just going to resize it and put it over out of the way. And I'm going to do this because usually you're going to probably want to use a template, another regular template, along with these alphas. So I'm using Scrappin' with Liz's Fun Folds template along with these big pieced alphas. I'm going to go back out of the TIFF file, and since I'm using the letter C, I will go down and take the two pieces that are here for the letter C, and now I'm just going to drag and drop them right onto this template I've already got open. So I will move that out of the way, and I am going to scroll over so that we're working with this. Now at this point, I always find it conducive to go to cut straight. I like straight edge. I'm just going to move it over off the letter and say keep the unshaded area and cut. Because now each piece will be contained within basically its own bounding box and not have a lot of stray pixels outside. All I have to do from here is I go into whatever papers that I want to use. I'm using a Bella Gypsy combination of kits. And I can just right mouse fill the selected elements with the photo. Now at this point, of course, I can move it and I can resize on my cutting board however I want to fill in this this particular section of the block. And then if I go down here to this section, and if I scroll down and look for something else that I want to use along with it, I think I'll use this one right here. And if I wanted this pattern to be smaller, I would expand the area on my cutting board. And if I wanted it to be, if I wanted everything to be bigger, I would decrease the size. I'm just going to keep it basically like that, and it's going to fill this area in. Now, what I probably want to do from here is take my bottom piece only to apply my shadow. I likely don't want to apply the shadow to the top piece too, because it will just look a little bit funny. So whatever shadow that I'll be using on my page, and I'll go ahead and just click the light, that's going to apply to the entire bottom part of my piecing. And now I'm going to select both pieces and go to Arrange and Group. From here, of course, I can resize it. I can move it onto my layout wherever I'd like it to be. I can make sure that I have it in the right layer, so if I want it down right on top of this piece of paper, I can group again. Now if I ungroup once, it's only going to ungroup that last part, but if we go and look, you'll see that the C is still grouped. So if we wanted to also ungroup the C, we would hit ungroup one more time. But that's it. Very, very easy to use these. Have fun with Scrappin' with Liz's Big Pieced Alpha Templates.